Yen said, sir, we just got a clue as to where the king might be.
Ventus.
Huh?
Heracus has told me much about you. If I am not mistaken, you were ordered to return home.
Well, sir,
I don't take orders from Aqua.
No,
Screw her.
Huh?
Mickey has difficulty following directions, too. Where is this clue to Mickey's whereabouts?
I got it.
This feller Venquist, ventilate,
Oh, for God's sake, Goofy.
Sure.
Thank you,
That's
Donald.
what I usually go by.
What you got here?
Please explain.
I ran into Mickey, but we got sent flying into the light. I don't know where he went. He wasn't in the same world as the one where I found that.
As I thought, Mickey has been hurling himself from one world to the next. That explains why I could not discern his location.
You can now, can you?
Yes, I can.
So your powers are motivated by the convenience of the plot. Interesting. Oh, God damn it, Rat. You had one job.
Mickey!
The king! What happened? Where'd you go? Is he okay?
There is a dark and powerful force that is interfering with my magic.
just tell us where the king is, Mr. Yen Sid, sir, and me and Donald will go right there and save him.
You two? That may not be adequate.
But I'm the captain of the King's Royal Knights.
Why do I keep getting phone calls whenever I'm in the middle of this?
I'll
It's
find him.
absolutely bonkers.
I recognize the place we saw.
I'm trying to get motivated by the cutscenes of Donald and Goofy
No,
showing their
I owe him.
camaraderie, and
He
yet
gave me one.
they sit here like a
Can't
pack of
return his friendship.
flippin' flinkin' doofs.
Don't worry. I swear I'll bring him back safe.
Very well, Ventus. We will leave it to you.
Cool. Leave the king of an entire country's hands in the hands of a dumb blonde kid who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But I did get dealings with the duck and the dog. So I guess that matters. In some sense of the word. But we've still got some things to go get in Neverland, so before we do any of that rescuing stuff, I think we should do that. Mickey did save us after all, and we have to be kind and courteous to those who rescue us. So much so, in fact, that I think we're just gonna ignore him. And you know what? What better way to ignore someone than to beef ourselves up on the command board? We got 2 more boards to play, and I think it's safe to say we should do the Lilo and Stitch one. Why? I don't know. It's next in line. I don't want to do things out of order. That would just be wrong. Surely you guys understand that.
Ready?
And by you guys, I'm not asking the audience. I'm asking Stitch and Gantu. As you can see, this is in the shape of a spaceship. The gimmick of the Deep Space Board is when you land on the purple spaces, you will get hit with electrical powers from Experiment 221. And when that happens, you'll be able to take GP from any opponent that's near you. And it's a very generous thing. Like, you could be like 1 or 2 spaces away and still get hit by it, but at the same time, you could also be like 8 or 9 spaces away, but so long as you're relatively within close range of them, you'll still do damage. Like, for example, you could be sitting on this panel that's to my right, and the guy right above you, that's on the 150 panel, can still get his friggin' stuff siphoned from you. Which is pretty damn nifty, if I do say so myself. Or at least that's how it played in the on the PSP. I don't know if they've nerfed that in this game or not.
Bring it on!
I've noticed a lot of the times, like, whenever they do, like, reboots or remakes or remasterings of games, they tend to, like, nerf some things to make them a bit easier. I noticed that first when I played the Reignited trilogy, because they changed all the stuff. Oh, cool. We're about to start stealing shit from Gantu. Stealing things from Gantu is A-okay, because he's a bad guy. But I noticed that in the Reignited trilogy, that even in the original Spyro game, when you glide to a certain... Oh, Stitch, you jerk. I wanted that. Oh, well. Even in the Reignited trilogy, when you are, like, gliding to a certain spot, that Spyro will automatically hover to get that extra bit of jump, when he wouldn't have done that in the original version of the game. Maybe it's just the way that I observed it, but still, you know, that's just the way it was. And Stitch is doing his own shenanigans.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but he is. And... oh, Gantu's gonna get out of range of me. Unless I follow him. Unless he goes... yep, he's going up. Never mind. I'm not following you. No, thank you. Let's not and say we did. How many more panels? Oh, I only have 2 panels left? Oh, that's not good. I only used the one friggin' thing to get a quick speed boost.
Nice.
Don't like the fact that panels are so hard to come by in this game, sometimes. I mean, I deserve it for my own hubris, but still. I would also like a little bit of, like, give back from this game. Though I will say this board is one of the bigger and more complicated of the boards.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I will say taking money from Stitch also works. Now, as you can see, Stitch does not go bankrupt just because he's under the amount. Obviously, you can get the points back, but unfortunately, he has, like, no money to be able to land and put on spaces, so... You make the friggin' decision there, Chief. Chief. And it got Stitch. And he's gonna get me? No, he didn't. That's surprising. So they friggin' nerfed it. That's...
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little disappointing. I thought for sure that he would hit me. But I'll get this panel right here. And that one hit. I don't know why the other one didn't. Maybe it just wasn't that close enough. So it looks like it's a 1, 2, 3 space gap, it looks like. And Stitch just sold that rare command, and as a result, I can't get it unless I go back and do this board all over again. Thank you, Stitch. Thank you. Wow, Gantu's almost already made a whole cycle around the board. I'm not even halfway done. And now is the time I start to land on everything I don't want to land on. Seems fair. Seems remarkably fair. And he only has 1 space left to his entire name. And if he has to sell that, then he's basically back to square one. But it doesn't seem like he'll have to, because I think... oh no, he didn't buy it. Well, then, by all means, he might have to do it eventually. And of course, that just would not be good. Especially if he lands on the next 2 in a row. If he makes it to the yellow, though, I think he's in the clear. And he did. So he can get another space for himself. The good little blue shit that he is. just missing getting a bonus for himself. So Gantu is going to jump into the lead and be kind of in a convincing lead since I can't seem to get any frickin' panels. But this'll help. At least I'll have some GP with me. But then now is the moment when everyone's gonna like intentionally avoid me. And Stitch got a level up first, but it doesn't really matter because he has no money. So he's not. It doesn't look like he's gonna really factor in much to this one. And he's gonna go get the green one. But that should give me a little bit of extra spending money thanks to
Game's over.
this gigawatt. And yes, it did. Cool. Alright. Let's see, what do I roll here? 6?
Yeah.
Get this, and then I'll have to go all the way back up to get that. And I think I just gave Stitch the bonus. Crap. You know what? I don't care, though.
Nice.
We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
We've got important things to do. And 800's not that bad. Especially for Stitch, who was so far behind. Please head to the left. Don't go my way, Stitch. Come on. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. It's Christmas. Even though it's not Christmas. In fact, it'll probably be well beyond Christmas when this is going up. Gantu's gonna get that really expensive spot, which really doesn't help him. It was only helpful when it was a bonus, but now it's not a bonus, so... yeah. And you know what? I don't have much of a choice. I gotta go that way.
Nice.
Rob Peter to pay Paul, you know. You guys know them old axioms. No. It's not worth it. Not $1,000, and especially not at that point, because then that would put me in last. Stitch, you level that panel up. You earned it. You only have 2 panels anyway. But I get to take it right back, because Stitch is a bum. I told him to go the other way, but no, he insisted on going this way. Like a jerk.
This game's over.
A dirk-a-dirk. Ba-dirk-a-dirk-a-dirk-a-dirk. And...
Stop that.
there goes my shot at a Monopoly. I did get... how many did I get? I think I had like 2 or 3 Monopolies in that Disneytown board, so... I think I've earned not having to worry about one. Now I could just sporadically drop spaces wherever the heck I want to. Of course, this might put a damper in those plans, considering... holy spamoly, that just beefed up the friggin' value of everything.
This game's over.
Thank you, Stitch. You bum. Honestly, if we're gonna be practical, I think this is the board of... I think that'd be the Disneytown board that I don't play as often. This is probably the board I like the least, but I definitely play Disneytown the least often because there really isn't a reason to for after a while because I don't know, it's just like this board is just so frustrating sometimes.
Thank you.
You're always just gonna end up being 1 or 2 things away from what you wanted. And that's just sad.
Nice.
Beef that one up a bit. I'd beef it up more, but in case you guys didn't know, if you jack up the value of that of your space too high, the high amount that they'd have to pay in terms of a toll won't be the highest. So, if you put in, let's say, 1,400 GP into a space, the max amount someone would have to pay for it will only go up a small amount. If you keep incrementally raising it, on the other hand, that way you're in better shape.
Game's over.
Alright, let's see. Now give me a better roll than the one you just gave me. Give me like an 11. I'll take an 11. Holy shit, I almost thought I got an 11. That would have been amazing.
Yeah!
Alright, so let's get the red out of the way. And yeah, that works too. Alright, I'll take that.
Thank you!
Boost up another panel for me. And then stitch the ditch. Thank you for the money. And Gantu thanks you for his money. And Gantu. 1, 2, 3. Please don't go for the bonus. Please don't go for the bonus. Oh, you jerk.
Stop that!